Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So we're going to be doing the LTTB, 3 games in the LTTB, and they're probably going to be the only 3 games I play today. Maybe we'll even do 4. It'll be a very long video though. And then I'm going to get off and get ready for work because I have, quite a bunch of other things to do today, and I've already done some other stuff this morning. So, this video or my session of World of Tanks is literally just going to be this video today. So we're going to go ahead, jump right into the battle. Actually, I'll show you guys how I have this thing set up first. So I run optics, guys. In the scouting slot, I have vents and I have rammer. And the way I have this set up, guys, like to me, that's pretty good. I know some people might want to put on like vertical stabilizer or something like that. I think that's an option. And try to make the gun more accurate. And I think there's, let's see, what are the other options? I mean, maybe improved aiming people would want to run. I highly recommend that you don't run something like additional grousers. You don't need a turbo on this thing. Maybe some people want to run low noise exhaust because the concealment is like not that great. But for me, like the way I have this thing set up, guys, I really like it like this because the vents gives me a little bit of extra view range. It helps with my reload a little bit. And the way I have this thing set up is to be like a DPM monster of a light tank because it's so accurate. You can see 1.89 aiming time, 0.32 dispersion. Now, when you're actually in the game and, shooting at tanks, I find that it's not that accurate as it says. I tend to miss a lot of shots in this tank. I think it's just a luck thing. Like this and the LT-432, guys, I have such bad luck in these tanks. Either I get terrible teams or I make one stupid play and I pay like severely for it when normally I don't. And I don't know, for some reason that's just the way it is in those 2 tier 8 lights. Like I can get in the even 90 and play a beautiful beautiful couple games, and then I get in these tanks and it's just forget it. So anyway, guys, we're gonna do the orderly ammo rack directive. We're running a lot of concealment over here. You can see that gets us 30% concealment because I used to have this thing at only like 20% concealment, and I was just getting spotted everywhere. So we have recon up here, situational awareness. And we have snapshot and also smooth ride. So that helps with the gun as well. We're going to run rations for really just the view range, honestly, because if I take rations off, I think it's like 450 or something like that. I prefer it to be a little higher. And that's where vents also helps out. So I can always switch over to, fire extinguisher, and it's still 457. That's not terrible. But, because I'm so unlucky in this tank, I like to run rations. And, tier 8 people are more serious at tier 8. So I prefer to just run rations, guys, if I have the coin to do it. And, so that's how we have it set up, guys. So let's go ahead, jump into the battle, and hopefully it's 3 fairly quick games. And just because I have a lot going on today. And, we'll see what's going on. I mean, like I said, oftentimes, guys, I just have the worst luck in this tank. So, by some miracle, it'll be one of those good games. And what's funny about this tank as well, guys, is I'll have a game where maybe I'll do like 500 damage and 500 spotting damage or something like that. And then the next game I get into, I'll do like 3 times that amount. I'll be doing like a 4,000 combined game or something like that. And then that's it. Like once I have that one good game, that's it. The next games I get into, it'll be like 1,500 combined, 1,500 combined, 15. It's just, for some reason, guys, it's almost like that in the LT-432, I'll play one really, really good game and it's like out of my system or something. So. But speaking about this tank, guys, it's very fast. It's a fast tank. You're able to get into position very quickly with it. The gun is really long. It looks kind of cool. It's a very accurate tank. I'm trying to 2-mark this thing right now. We're at 100 battles, and I'm at like 82% on the mark. But it's a fast tank, guys. It's easy to tip over, so be really, really careful when you're like swinging around corners in this thing, and also when you're going down like narrow corridors. Like for instance on Lakeville, if you're going up the middle of the map, be really careful because this thing is just really awkward at high speed for some reason because it's like so tall or something like that. I don't know. And that, like I said, guys, the gun is very accurate. That's how you want to play this thing. You can play it, if you have enough concealment, you can play it as a passive scout, and then when the time comes, you know, you move up. But this thing is so good at kind of just, you know, playing somewhat passively, especially at first, because the gun is so accurate and the reload time is very good. So the DPM is good. So you can kind of play it almost as a medium. I know someone is going to comment saying I'm not going to spot, but you know, I don't prefer to run down there immediately, guys. You know, it's just not something I like to do. Because look, we spot the T-34 here. We can spot people from up here, and it's just not necessary to dive into that pit yet. We just give people the affirmative, guys. That's all we're going to do for now. We're just going to poke, see what's going on, and now that I know the T-3485 is there, guys, this is how you want to play this, guys. I'm telling you, like, I have all these TDs now supporting me, so I'm about to start moving up. But the problem is, like, even the T-3485M, the DPM on that thing is just absolutely disgusting. So I don't want to YOLO down there because look, no one has shots on this T-3485M, and if I were, so like, I could go down here now. If I were to go to be here, I would have already lost probably more than half my HP. So this is why I say, like, we spotted this guy here, no one took shots at him, you know what I mean? So sometimes people will complain about your gameplay, and honestly, like, at this point there's nothing else for me to do except run down there. So, you know, we can either go down there and try and out DPM the T-3485M, or we stay here, you know. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask this guy for help. And we're going to go press this T-3485M. Since everyone is being so impatient, you know. And here he is. Here's the E25. And now we're spotting a couple people, guys. But here's the problem. Now we're going to be here. We're going to be in a DPM battle with the T-3485M, in which no one else can get shots on this guy. So that's, you know. Luckily, J Panther or Scorpion got a shot on him. But this is why I emphasize, guys, I don't rush down here, because when you rush down here, if you get into a DPM battle with someone here, you know, like I've had like EBRs YOLO me over to here and stuff, you can't get out of here. Like the only way you can, ooh, I might be able to kill this guy. Nice. So the only way, guys, that you can actually, and here you go, here like even 90 is going to YOLO me, and this is what I mean, guys. This is why I don't like coming down to this little spot here, because now, you know, we're getting YOLO by an even 90. Look, no one has hit him, and this is the thing, guys. Like once you're down here, like you get YOLO'd over here, no one can really help you, you know, especially if I were to go further to get out to try and take out this T-3485, I would be like SOL, you know what I mean? Like that's it. There's just nothing else I could do, you know. And now we're in a situation where we have less than half our HP, and we got YOLO by an even 90, and no one really got shots on him. So this is why I say, guys, be very careful, be very passive on this map at first, you know, because if you get caught out like over in this area, no one can help you, and you'll just get obliterated by anyone who's going to go over there. So here's the E25. Trying not to get hit by Artie. And, you know I talk quite a bit here, guys, but the point I'm trying to make is, like, your teammates want you to run down here, and this is just not a good area. If you have a lot of tanks that are like mobile tanks that you're playing against, it's just not a good spot to get yourself into, because you can easily get people that will run over into this direction and they'll be able to get shots on you, such as the E25 is, you know, the way he's playing it now. And also the way the T-3485M played it. It's much easier to do it from the other side because you have protection over here. Whereas from this side, you know, you only have this kind of little mound here. You have no other, you know, little spot that you can go to where you're not going to be shot at. So So, you know, guys, just try not to let your teammates bother you. Like, I get really annoyed when people try and tell me how to play light tanks, because I've been playing them for years, and I have thousands and thousands of battles in light tanks, guys. And the ELC Even 90, which is like one of the best spotting light tanks in the game, is the one that I play the most. And here you go, guys. You can see how we went over this hill a little bit, and like the tank almost flipped over and stuff. So you want to be careful of that. But, you know, hopefully, guys, this was a really good replay to show you, and just like how to kind of spot this map, but to be cautious about it, because I'm telling you guys, don't let people like make you run out there and get yourself killed, because this area here is just not a good spot to be in. You know, like you can easily get pressed if you don't have the support. And there we go. We're just gonna ram the Scorpion, you know, because he said a nasty comment to me. That's how I can get back at him. Nice little ram, guys. So 1,083 damage, guys, 531 assist, and like I said, guys, I'm okay with that. But imagine if we had gone down to into that valley area earlier on. Maybe we get a little more spotting damage, but that T-3485M would have probably put us in a more vulnerable position. Luckily, he was a good player, but he made some stupid pokes, and we were able to out DPM him. If he got 1 or 2 shots more into me, you know, and the ELC got like 1 more shot into me, I would have been dead. So that's why I say, guys, like, just really be cautious and try not to let your teammates like tell you to spot and like how to play. You know what I mean? Like, we spotted the T-3485M. You know, people are complaining within the first minute of the game. You know what I mean? So just, you want to stay alive, guys. You want to play things carefully. I'm very careful in this tank because I'm so unlucky in it, and I'm trying to mark it. So look, we do like 1,700 combined, guys, and that's halfway decent. We're gonna lose 16K, and you know, like overall, I'm happy with a performance like this, guys. You know, because it's a win. And we did pretty well. We were middle by experience, you know, middle by looks like damage as well, towards the higher end of damage. And look, guys, regardless of what your teammates say, just go out there and play your own game. You know, play your own game. You know, do the best that you can. You don't want to be super passive, but hopefully you guys kind of understand how I played that and why I played it in the way I did. Because when no one else goes down to that pit down there, you know, like E25 went down there, T-3485M went down there, Even 90 went down there. It's a 3v1. You know, if they position themselves correctly, they won't get hit by my TDs, and it's game over. So there you have it, guys. That's how you want to play that map. El Halif, I believe it's called. So we're on Sand River. Apparently we're getting desert maps. And Sand River, guys, I will always do the same thing every single time on Sand River. This Lynx is probably going to like all up here like this. I mean, that, to me, I don't feel that's necessary. I mean, yeah, you'll get some initial spots, but that's not the important spot that you want to be scouting. I would much rather come this way and make my way over to the south of the map. If anyone watches my videos, you know that I'm obviously going to go to the south, because the south, guys, is just neglected very, very often. And you'll see, like, look at this. Look at this. I mean, we have a lot of like red players and stuff on our team, and they're all just like all over this area. You know, you can see it here. I have like 1 tank coming with me to the south, and so now we have to be very cautious out here about you know, getting caught out, because I have no support. So what I like to do, guys, and I wouldn't even, like, if this conj didn't come with me, I wouldn't make this play. So here we go. We have a Type 59 here. And there's one already, so I'm going to kind of wiggle out of here a little bit. And here I just kind of use my view range, guys. Like, this T92 is coming this way. Okay, conj is here. Like, it becomes awkward, guys, because now it's like I don't have enough support to kind of do this well. You know, look, T92 is here. We can get a shot into this guy. And gun depression is another thing, guys. Like, any other tank I would have had there, I probably could have made that shot work. But the gun depression is kind of lacking, so you do have to be careful about that. Don't poke up and expose yourself more than you have to, you know, to get a shot into someone. So T92 is poking on us. And here we go, guys. Like, this is going to be an issue. I have the Type 59 here, and there's really no one here to support us, so we kind of have to get out of here. Okay, T92 is dead. And now look, we can YOLO the Type 59. Here's the thing, though. We have to be very, very cautious of who else is here, you know. Oh, that was a stupid poke. I was going to go, but it's like, you have to be so careful of who else is going to be out here, right? Because there could be TDs, so I don't want to make that play, and then someone else hits me, you know. So I'm going to try and let these... So here we go. Here's a Boris Scout here. I'll probably get a shot into this guy. And now we can kind of go up front again, guys. We still have half our HP. We can take one shot, more than likely, from, I think, just about everything that's on the enemy team. And, you know, we made one stupid poke there, guys, but like I said, like it becomes really awkward over here when you have no gun depression, so you have to be really careful about that. And we kind of just YOLO into this area, and then so Boris is kind of in a bad area right now. But what I'm going to do anyway, hopefully we don't get hit here. Let's just do one of these. It's just the Lynx, really. Tiger's here. And I wouldn't be up this far if the T-34 wasn't here, because I knew the Tiger 2 was going to go for the T-34 too. He could have easily had a shot on me there, but it was smart of him to kind of go after the T-34 too. Alright, and now we have to be careful here. I need this conj to back me up here. So, see how he's poking? He's doing a good job, but we need to make sure that he has a shot on this Tiger. So, I'm going to kind of poke up like this. I'm trying not to get spotted by people over here, but I want to spot this Tiger and see if the conj can get a shot into him. And if he cannot, then we'll just kind of wiggle out of here. Nice. Okay. Turtles here. Yikes. So we're just playing it safe, guys. You can see we kind of back down there, and I bet what happened is this turtle hit my turret as I was kind of backing down. And so he'll never pen if I'm kind of going down on like a 45-degree angle like that, because it's just, the angle just doesn't work. So I'm going to push up. Hopefully this Tiger doesn't, you know, push this corner. And here we go. We spot the Tiger, we spot the Boris. Tiger's now down there. It's kind of what I would expect someone of, you know, like a heavy to do, because staying here to poke is a fairly good idea. But the problem is you have like this ridge line and stuff, and people can actually get right up on top of you before you know that they're there, if they do it right. You know, you can kind of like be like this, you know, and if they don't poke right, then they're dead. So what I'm going to do now, guys, because we have, you know, basically the full advantage here, is just to run this way. And we're going to go up like this. Turtle misses his shot. And we're going to make pressure here. We might find Artie. But we're now going to be behind these guys, and that's kind of what I want, because now you see how the turtle has to turn. He's focusing me. And here's Artie. We still have gold loaded. It's fine though. Okay, so that's not a bad game, guys. Like, it was a little awkward there at first, going over to the south. But again, we do like 1800 combined, and to me, like, both of these games, guys, are about average. Like, when I do somewhere between 1500 and 2000 combined, that's like an average game for me. That's like a good game that I'm not like ecstatic about, but I'm happy with. You know, anything less than like 1500 combined, I'm like, yeah, I could have done better, you know. And as it turns out, it was a little more spotting damage, so we ended up doing like almost 2000 combined this game, guys. So not bad. And again, like, I only have 100 battles in this tank, so I'm not the greatest in it. But you know, I don't think these were terrible games. Let's see what the mark is at. After 2 battles, it's at 82.74, it looks like. So we're getting there, guys. You know, we just need to get a few better games. I'm hoping to get something where I can just sit in a bush somewhere, you know, because I'm really, really good with passive scouts. That's why at the even 90, I'm so good with, because I know all the bushes to go to, guys. I know how to spot, and I know how to kind of stay unspotted. But the issues you face in that light tank is a little bit different than the ones you'll face in other light tanks. Mainly because your concealment is not nearly as high. Like, my concealment is another like 13% or something like that, 14% in the even 90. And just the way that tank is, you never throw yourself into harm's way. With these tanks, you know, it's almost like you kind of have to do that. It's just because this tank almost plays like a medium, guys. Like, its DPM is really good, and its accuracy is good and all, but like, it has no armor, so... And this side of the map is really difficult, guys. What I usually do for this side of the map is, it depends on who's on, like, this is a tier 10 game, so I could easily get wrecked here. And, you know, when it's a tier 10 game and I get wrecked, I'm usually not that upset about it, because you're trying to play against tanks that you're just basically never going to be able to do anything against. But what I usually do is I come up to here, and from here, usually you'll spot people that are trying to like run up to this bush and stuff. Here's a WZ, we spotted WZ. And I'm gonna make a stupid poke here. I wanna kind of spot this. Okay, Artie's gonna hit me, and like, this is expected, guys. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't expect that. Because I actually didn't at first, but it's totally fine. And you can see, look at this even 90, guys. You know, look at this even 90. And we have to also watch this, you know, because no one went this way. So this is gonna be a team issue, guys, because I'm kind of stuck out here now. Like, we literally gave them this entire lane up here. So yeah, and like, this is wide open up here too. So now we're in a situation, guys, where we have to run away from here, and we're probably going to get spotted here. And here comes the LT-432. But we're just going to keep running away from here, guys, honestly. Look, the WZ is already here. Like, this... our team pressed the other direction. So, you know, it's just... I'm completely abandoning this side for right now. You know, like, the way the team was set up, and this is sometimes what you have to do, guys. Like, the way the team was set up here was just, like, the worst I've ever seen. Like, I had to get out of there because, you know, there was no support. There was support, but there wasn't support in the right places. So, this is kind of how we're going to play this now, guys. You know, we can poke... I think is Leo targeting me? He's not. And look, guys, I mean, we're definitely going to win this battle, but... Ooh, LT-432. We're going to win this battle, guys, but it's just like, my team did not really go to the north side of the map. So you can't really, you can't really push or do anything aggressive if you have no support to do it, you know. I really don't have a shot at this guy. I don't feel like chasing him. Leo's here. Very good. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just push this direction. And, you know, we can kind of flank the Leo. And then from there, you know, we'll move up. But it looks like basically we, like, annihilated these guys. So, in my opinion, this is going to be kind of a bad game by statistics, but at least we won, guys. But I think this is a good example of kind of like when your team doesn't position accordingly, like everyone, and it's okay, it's fine, like it just everyone went south. You know what I mean, guys? So everyone goes south, and you know, we're kind of caught out here out in the north, so I'm like here, and like everyone is sitting right here. Like there's no one went this way, you know what I mean? Like, so sometimes you just have games like this where, you know, we only did 561 damage and that was it, and like no spotting damage, but there really wasn't much more I could do. It's a tier 10 game, and there was just nowhere to go, you know? I mean, you could try and go up to that, into the middle there, that middle hill where usually the cap is on encounter mode, and we're going to play one more game, guys, just because that game was really boring. Like you can go up to that middle hill. The problem with that is, like, I don't like poking on that middle hill, and we're gonna get Ensk, guys, and it's tier 10. I don't really like poking on that middle hill, guys, on that previous map, because what happens is you kind of are in a crossfire, you know? You have people that can hit you from multiple areas depending on where you're sitting on that hill, and you know, I prefer not to go that way. And given the way that our team was set up, you know, like I had, especially on the north side of the map, I had no support behind me. So let's see if we can play this game well, guys. I mean, like, I hate Ensk, especially if it's a tier 10 match. Like, we're probably going to get annihilated this game. But, you know, I'm going to share it with you guys nonetheless, just so you can kind of see the struggle with trying to, you know, mark light tanks sometimes. It's like, this map rotation wasn't the greatest, you know, but it also wasn't necessarily the worst either. So we're going to let this even 90 go out and spot stuff. And look, guys, you could call it lazy, you could call it, like, you know, camping or whatever, but this map is only 600 meters long. Look at where my view range goes to already. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't even really bother running out there, because, look, I mean, you already have, like, basically shots on these people if they're going to come up. And to me, like, there's just no point in running out there. Look, here's 292. And see, this is what I mean. Like, people want to run out there, so I was just going to let the even 90 do that. But there's really no point, you know, in going out that far. You don't have to, you know. The map is so short. Damn. Salute was getting whacked. Yeah, there's not much I can really do to him. And sometimes what I like doing on this map, guys, is I'll play the mid, like where the CS63 is. The problem with that is that, you know, it's very easy to get caught out here. You can have someone come this way, and then you're like, the only way to get out of there is to run back into their fire. So we're just going to kind of play this like this for now. You know, I'm okay with that. Kaluba is getting very aggressive over here. I'm spotted. And there's 3 already, right, guys? So, I mean, this just becomes like a really friggin' awkward situation now, because I'm trying to find some angles against these guys. Here's Luba. Luvas are rough, guys. They're rough to pen. Got a lot of armor. There we go. One to the WZ. That was a pretty low roll. It's alright. Uva bounces another one from me. Uva bounces another one. There we go. Probably hit the gun maybe one of the times. And we're going to keep goal loaded for the WZ, I think, guys, unless I get his backside. Let's see. Yeah, we can easily help this Conqueror. This Conqueror has twice the HP, so we're just going to tell him, I'll help you. I'm just going to run right into here. Good, he's coming around this way, so we'll come around this way. And here's Artie. He totally missed. We'll get the kill here. And that's pretty good, guys. 985 damage, 306 assist. Like, I'm okay with that. You know, these weren't the best games, and the map rotation wasn't the best and stuff. You know, but it wasn't the worst either. It's just sometimes, guys, like when you play, you'll get like 2 good maps, and then like the rest will just be crap. And it's just the way it goes in this game. But like overall, I think for this video, guys, look, we played 4 games. It's been a very long video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. But like overall, I think we did okay, guys. Like this is average kind of session for me. You know, we won all the games, so that's fantastic. And it looks like we're looking at what is this, like 1400 combined or something like that. So yeah, guys, I mean, overall, not too bad, not too bad. I would have liked to done a little bit better. Our mark is at 81.96%, so hopefully we can 2-mark this thing soon. And that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one in the LTTB, and I will see you for the next video. Bye-bye.